Have you ever heard of a place on Earth where an invisible wall exists? A boundary that no animal, bird, or even fish can cross? It sounds unbelievable, right? But surprisingly, it's true. Today, we're taking you to a mysterious location where nature itself has created this invisible barrier. This phenomenon is known as the Wallace Line, and it lies between the Indonesian islands of Bali and Lombok. These two islands are incredibly close, only about 35 kilometers apart. Yet the wildlife on each side is completely different. Even though they sit side by side, animals from one island never cross over to the other. It's as if an invisible force is stopping them. On one side, you'll find a certain group of animals, birds, and marine life. Cross over to the other side, and suddenly everything changes. The environment, the species, everything feels entirely different. If you travel from Bali to Lombok, you'll notice this dramatic shift almost instantly. It's like stepping into a completely new world. What's even more fascinating is that this invisible wall isn't just difficult to cross, it's practically impossible for wildlife. Not even birds naturally cross this boundary. So, what's really going on here? To understand this mystery, we need to go back about 150 years to a British scientist named Alfred Russel Wallace. Wallace was born into a modest family in England. From a young age, he was curious about nature, but due to financial struggles, he had to leave formal education and work alongside his father, who was a mapmaker. This experience led him to travel extensively, where he studied plants, animals, and insects. In 1854, during one of his journeys, Wallace traveled from Bali to Lombok, a distance of just 35 kilometers. But what he discovered there shocked him. The animals he saw in Lombok were completely different from those in Bali. He encountered species that seemed unfamiliar, species that didn't exist on nearby islands. This raised a huge question. Why are the animals on these two neighboring islands so different? Wallace became deeply curious. He realized that something unusual was happening. Later, during a period of illness when he was forced to rest, he had a breakthrough idea. He concluded that this wasn't just coincidence, there was a deeper natural explanation. According to Wallace, these islands were once connected to different landmasses. Bali was part of the Asian continent, while Lombok was connected to the Australian region. Over millions of years, due to rising sea levels and geological changes, these landmasses separated. As a result, the animals on each side evolved independently. That's why you find Asian-type animals on Bali and Australian-type animals on Lombok. This invisible boundary, the Wallace Line, marks one of the most important divisions in the natural world. It doesn't just separate animals, it separates entire ecosystems, land, water, climate, and life itself. Modern science later confirmed this through the theory of plate tectonics, which explains how continents slowly drift apart over time. But Wallace's discovery was groundbreaking for its time. He showed that even a small distance, just 35 kilometers, can create a massive difference in the natural world. So next time you think nature follows simple rules, remember this. Somewhere on Earth, an invisible wall exists, not built by humans but by nature itself, and it silently divides two completely different worlds.